I'm done thinking about it. I'm done talking about it. I'm dead serious. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will go undefeated this season. 2021, this NFL season, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will not, hear me, listen to my words coming out of my mouth right now. They will not lose a football game this year. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, again, just in case you didn't hear me the first time, will go undefeated. In this video, I'm going to explain why I believe the Tampa Bay Bucs are going to go undefeated this season. Before I give you my thoughts and my opinion on why the Bucs are going to do what no one else has done since the 1972 Miami Dolphins, make sure that you do spike that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more bottom line view content just like this. And also comment in the comment section below and let me know if you think it's possible. Do you think the Bucs will go undefeated? Guys, I'm honestly just looking at this schedule right now. And I'm not joking. Some people will take this as me joking. I am 100% serious when I say I believe in my heart of hearts that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not going to lose a game this season. This is my bold prediction for 2021. Week number 1, they play the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are the Dallas Cowboys, to be honest with you. They are not ready to see the Bucs in week 1 in their home stadium, in their first game with Tom Brady, with full fans in attendance, coming off an offseason where they just won the Super Bowl. They got everybody back. They're geared up. They're going for the repeat. Tom Brady's on a mission. There is no chance, Vince McMahon, that they are going to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in week 1. No chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will start 1-0 on Thursday Night Football. I guess it's Sunday night technically, but you get what I mean. The opener, the Bucs will win over the Cowboys. I'm not concerned because Dak Prescott is coming off of an injury. We don't even know how healthy he is. The defense is a disaster. Brady's going to rip them apart, and they will go 1-0. Week number 2, they take on the Atlanta Falcons. They swept Atlanta last season. Tom Brady has never lost to the Atlanta Falcons in his career, including a Super Bowl where, you guessed it, he came back from 28-3. He has never lost to Matt Ryan, and that won't start now. Atlanta has arguably the worst defense in the NFL, and their weakness offensively is their offensive line. They just don't match up with Tampa Bay. 2-0. Week number 3, the Los Angeles Rams. This is a tough game. One of the toughest games on the schedule. At LA. It's tough, man. It's not easy. This is going to be a big game. But it's still September. The Rams are still working that chemistry with their offense. The Rams did lose Cam Akers, a dynamic member of this offense. I don't really think the Rams will go back-to-back on the Bucs and beat the Bucs 2 years in a row. I really do not think that's going to happen. I just don't. I like Matthew Stafford. I like the Rams. But the Rams don't have the defense they had last year. It's lacking depth. And they're not going to run into a Tom Brady who's confused and doesn't understand what he's doing. That's not going to happen again. Tom Brady's going to be rolling. Meanwhile, the Rams won't be able to keep up. I got the Bucs in that game. They're just better. They can beat you in more ways. I don't think the Rams can do it. Maybe 1 out of 10 times. So I'm going to take the other 90%. The New England Patriots. In New England. The return of Tom Brady. He's coming home to New England to take on Bill Belichick in a huge game. Probably the biggest game of the NFL season. The NFL calendar. Everybody is going to be watching this game. This Could be a loss. I'm not even going to lie. Bill Belichick could pull something out. And everybody's going to tell me, Mitch, Bill Belichick knows how to beat Brady. Have you ever considered that maybe Brady knows how to beat Belichick? Have you ever considered that Brady is the guy on the field and Belichick's the guy on the sidelines? Have you ever considered that Brady probably wants to beat Belichick more than Belichick wants to beat Brady, as crazy as that sounds? Probably true. And the guys in Tampa want to do it for Tom. Trust me, if they're going to be motivated for any game, it's going to be that one. Now, not saying Patriots won't be motivated to beat Tom. Sure. But when you look at the matchups, the X's and O's, I'm a Patriots fan. The Patriots are strong when they can run the ball. They'll win games when they can run the ball. The Bucs are the best run defense in the NFL entering this year. I just don't see it happening. It's going to be tough. I don't see how they're going to be able to consistently pass the ball on the Bucs. So I think even if the game and Belichick comes out with a great game plan, I think the Bucs still win some sort of defensive game. So, Bucs win again. Next, the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins, this is at home in Tampa. Now, if this was in Miami, I'd say, okay, maybe because Brady doesn't tend to play well in Miami, and that's just a thing. But this is in Tampa, so it's totally different. Here's the thing and the problem with the matchup versus Miami. Miami has the worst offensive line in the league. How are they going to block the Bucs? This is going to be a massacre. Now, Brady might struggle early. I could see that. Miami, Brian Flores, they have a good defense, and it's the week after New England, so they'll take some things from New England. But then again, Brady will just have seen that same scheme 2 weeks in a row, and he'll be prepared and dice them apart. So, I got the Bucs. Next, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm sorry, Eagles fans, but you stand absolutely zero chance of winning this game. Zero. Zilch. Nada. The Eagles aren't on their level. Are you kidding me? Jalen Hurts is not going to win this game. Devontae Smith by himself is not going to win this game. The Eagles' defense isn't that great. And this is a coaching mismatch as well. I got the Bucs, 100%. That might be a blowout. Chicago Bears. This is rematch. This is revenge for Tom Brady. Remember when Brady went like this? Well, he's going to want some revenge. He's going to want some revenge for that one. So the Chicago Bears in Tampa Bay this time could be a rookie quarterback facing the Bucs defense and Todd Bowles' scheme. A quarterback who's not very good at getting off of his first read. A quarterback that, yes, is athletic but runs into pressure constantly. That's going to be ugly. I think that's going to be a blowout. No doubt. Plus, Chicago's secondary is pretty bad at this point. Then we have the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. This is one of the toughest games they have on their schedule because New Orleans is a tough matchup and they know how to scheme versus Tampa. They seem to have their number. So if they do lose a game this season, this could be one of them for sure. It's a divisional opponent. Things happen. This game is on October 31st. This game is in New Orleans. I just simply do not see Jameis Winston beating the Bucs. I simply do not see Bruce Arians allowing Jameis Winston to beat him. I don't see it. The way that he talked about him on the way out, I don't see this. And plus, the Saints don't really have anything that threatens you. I don't even know if Michael Thomas is going to be back by this point. Yes, their offensive line is good. Their defense is still decent, but it's not quite what it was. And they really only struggle with Trey Hendrickson. He's gone. He's a Cincinnati Bengal. I simply don't see this happening. Yes, it's a divisional game. Weird things happen, but it's just going to take a lot. It's really going to take a lot. We have the bye week. The Bucs will beat the bye week this year. They then take on the Washington football team in Washington. We've seen this before. This is the wild card round. Remember that? Now, Washington's better on offense. They're better on offense. They got maybe a better quarterback because I will say this. I don't think many quarterbacks could have played better than the way that Taylor Heineke played versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't really think many quarterbacks are going to play better than that. So honestly, Fitzpatrick's lack of mobility actually might hurt him in this game. And we know that Fitzpatrick, when he's under pressure, he can definitely throw some things up for grabs, and the Bucs could take advantage of that. I almost see the Bucs winning this game through their defense more than anything else. But Washington's defense is good. Now, we did see that Tampa shredded them in the playoffs, and I could see that happening again. Brady's had a lot of success versus Jack Del Rio defenses over the years, and I think that probably continues in this game. Versus the Giants on Monday Night Football in Tampa. Now, this was a trap game a year ago. That was in New York on Monday night. This is a rematch, but it's in Tampa Bay. So the fact that it's at home on Monday night, it's really hard to get upset at home on a Monday night. Not to mention Daniel Jones and that offensive line facing that pass rush. Yes, I get it. Okay, the Giants got a good defense, but like, again, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take Daniel Jones' best game of the season to beat the Bucs. And if you want to count on that, sure, go ahead. I simply cannot rely on that. The next game, at Indianapolis. Brady is not going to lose to the Colts. I don't even have to say anything more than that. He's not going to lose to the Colts. Simple. Next, the Atlanta Falcons again. I went over this. Atlanta has the worst secondary in the entire NFL. They are not covering these receivers. Next, versus the Buffalo Bills. This is maybe the toughest game on the schedule. You could argue that this could be the game that they lose, that they might start tensing up. Maybe. You know, McDermott knows Brady. Allen's awesome. All of that stuff. Stephon Diggs is going to be tough to cover. Cole Beasley's going to be tough to cover. There's a reason they're a Super Bowl contender. That's for sure. But I say Tampa is better all around. They're more well-rounded. They got more weapons. They can run the ball a bit, and the Bills can't, and they won't even be able to in this game. They might as well not even attempt to run the ball in this game. So that's going to make them very one-dimensional. It's going to unleash guys like JPP, guys like Shaq, right off the edge, get into Allen. I feel like it's going to be tough for Allen. He's going to have a super heroic performance to win this game because he's going to be asked to throw the ball 50 times. And I just don't know if many quarterbacks can do that consistently, right? Maybe once in a while it happens, but not very often. The Bills' defense also seems to be in decline, so I think it's going to be tough for them to beat a team like Tampa, which is explosive and many more weapons than they had in New England when Tom Brady was there. Versus New Orleans again. Again, New Orleans is a tough matchup for Tampa Bay, for sure, because they're a divisional opponent, because they know them well, because they seem to have the coaching edge, and all those things could be advantageous for them. I just think it's going to be very hard for the Saints to score points on the Bucs this year. It's going to be very hard. They just don't really have much to threaten you with, and the defense, I think, is probably not going to be as good as it was a year ago. Maybe there's a Jameis revenge game in here, but like I said, is Bruce Arians going to let that happen? Is Tom Brady going to let this happen this deep into the season? I don't know, man. They played Carolina twice. Carolina, they got destroyed by Tampa twice last year. They're just not really made to beat the Bucs. Sam Darnold has never beaten Tom Brady. Sam Darnold's bad under pressure. Todd Bowles loves to blitz, and this Carolina offensive line is not good. I think the Bucs are going to absolutely just savagely destroy this man, and I feel sorry for him. Then they got the New York Jets. Oh, what a way. Yeah, they're going to win that game. I'm sorry, Zach Wilson, I love you, but you're not beating Tom Brady because the Jets really don't beat Tom Brady. So, there you have it. That's the schedule, man. They don't play the Chiefs. They don't play the Packers. They don't play the Browns. You know, they don't play the Ravens. They don't play, who else? I mean, the Niners. They don't play the Seahawks. They don't play a lot of good teams. And the Bucs really only play the Bills, the Rams, and that's it. I mean, those are the elite teams they play. That's it. The other teams are divisional opponents, are average teams, maybe borderline playoff teams like Washington, or teams that simply don't match up and they're bad. Honestly, undefeated is not out of the realm of possibility for this team. They are that good. They are that talented. They are absolutely stacked. And if I were to go on record for any year and any team, it would be this one. Because they're the best roster I've seen in the last 20 years. Top to bottom, offense, defense. They've got the leader to do it. They've got the coaching staff to do it. They've got the continuity, which is very, very rare. They are Super Bowl champs, riding on a high. And yes, every team is going to give them their best game, and that is something. But I just don't know if that's enough. I don't know how anyone is covering this team. I don't know how, on a consistent basis, you are going to slow and stop this team. They've got too many weapons. Godwin, Evans, Brown, Gronk, Howard, Brate, Rojo, Bernard, Fournette. They've got a good offensive line, if not great at times. They've got a balanced scheme that's only going to evolve through the Arians and Brady mixture. The chemistry is getting better and better and better. The confidence is growing. The defense is very strong. They've got the best front seven in football. They've got a young, growing, grooming secondary. And I really feel like this team, if any team's going to do it, it's going to be the Bucs, and it's going to be 2021. Let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel. Do you think the Bucs will go undefeated? To me, I think it's the only thing that Tom Brady has yet to check off. And I feel he's going to do it in 2021. I went through the regular season just to cap it off, put the cherry on top. In the playoffs, I don't see anybody in the NFC matching up with the Bucs. I really don't. I mean, as much as I want to stretch it and as much as I want to say I like the Rams or, okay, the Niners are pretty good or Russell Wilson or the Packers, could they do it this year? The last dance? Who is going to beat the Bucs? Honestly, think to yourself honestly, when the game's on the line, when the chips are on the line, who is going to beat the Bucs this year? Maybe the Super Bowl. Like, maybe if the Chiefs are on a tear. That's it. Like, I don't know who else could beat them. The Browns don't match up well. The Bills, we went over this. The Patriots. Who? The Titans? No. Who? There is no 07 Giants unless we haven't seen them yet. So, Bucs are going to win the Super Bowl. Bucs are going to go undefeated in 2021. Peace.